Alright guys, we are going to make a video here today on putting this here ECM in this truck, or this Suburban, right? So I've got this is an 18 truck, so anytime you change turbos, best to always get a tune for it for optimal mileage and optimal performance. So this is a matching tune for the A-Team. Clearly the date I bought it was 2016, and I've kept that turbo and this tune as leftover parts from a previous build, and I'm putting them on this car. So today we're going to put this in this one right here. This is kind of my project Suburban, and I'm slowly getting everything together. So that's why you see kind of stuff all over the place. But your ECM is going to be right behind that dash or the glove box, and to open it there's two little tabs right here, and what you got to do is just pull this a little bit this way until both sides come out, and then it drops down. Okay, and then it just comes out, right? It comes all the way out. You don't, if it just hangs there, I suppose that's fine, but as you can see, the hooks, you know, it's not hooked on, it just sits in place. So set this off to the side. I'm gonna set this on the other side since my back seat's full of junk too. So, all right, stay tuned for another video on wiring up your gauges. So check my channel for that. I'm gonna set that there for right now. So this ECM, it's not terrible to get to. If you happen to be doing your fan, there it is, right? So you'll probably want this air box out for the same time. Now there's your ECM, right? It's really at this point, all it is getting enough space to get to those connectors, and then, you know, pulling them back, you know, that way a little bit, so you can wiggle your thing out. If you look closely, right, so there is some tabs down here that sit on that right there, and on this other side, there's no, these just sit in place, right? So essentially you're gonna push this forward, and then the tabs on the bottom. One thing I just discovered, and that's probably gonna get kind of nasty. This is an original Suburban, and when I bought it, it was pretty much stock other than the Kennedy exhaust system, and it's nothing on it's really been messed with. So most of this right here, this has never been done before, this is probably going to crumble and fall apart, most of this foamy material. So it's already started on me right here. Look at all that. Just trying to find the right connector on the bottom. So maybe it's a good time to, at the end of this, have a vacuum or something to clean up all the loose stuff that falls out. Clip wise on these, there's 3 connectors, and at the bottom, as you see right there, there's a tab on each side, and that's really the only thing that's holding those guys on. So you got to get space, the front one first, the front brown one, middle brown, and then the left blue, and then after that, pulling it out. So as you can see, the wires go down, and it clips down here. So you got to get your finger, or maybe a flathead. We'll see how, I forgot how I did this last time, but however, you got to get this clip out, and then pry that way. All right, I got 2 of them out. I still got to do the blue one in the back. It's just this blue tab on the back side, right? Just, that's all it is. And then pull. These wires run all the way down here. So if you're really doing this fan and you want to get absolutely everything out of the way, you'd disconnect all this and just pull this down. That way you got a little bit more access to the corner up here when you're replacing this fan. One more to get out, and as you see, this foam's just started crumbling and you know, getting back there. And now, as you can see, one is longer than the other, so you can't accidentally mix these two up when you put them back in. Okay, the bigger one does go on the end right here, and the smaller one's on the middle. But let me get my hand back there. I think I need two hands. It's almost like you gotta have one here, pull it, and then the other hand just to grab it and yank it. Just because this isn't something that comes out very often. And I'm gonna take a guess, this is the original 96 one. So it's been in there over 30 years. All right, so all three are out. So remember, if we're looking at this one, just two slide on tabs at the bottom for that tray and two tabs. So in theory, this is just going to pretty much slide forward and out. This is a tight spot back up in here. The newer trucks certainly do have a easier. There we go. All right, guys, that's these bottom, that tray right there is where the tabs are kind of anchored to. And I guess I'll have to sell this one. In that metal frame, there's two holes in the back that you kind of put this in, get it, wiggle it in position, and then before you slide, once you slide, you only be able to slide these all the way back to where they clip if they're in the holes, you know. So it's kind of, I won't say there's, you could definitely just kind of lay it in the tray there, but there's really only one easy way for it to go. That's it. Now you just get these connectors back in. Obviously, when you turn the key, if your car doesn't start or nothing comes on, no power, one of these probably isn't pushed in all the way. Right, so that was done, and this 96 Suburban will now be a tuned vehicle. For video purposes, I wanted to show you all how to do that, so that's it.